Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this October the 18th, 2023. I'm hoping everybody's having a great Wednesday out there so far. Everybody has a great Wednesday evening. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in today's video, we're going to be talking about your forecast for Thursday and Friday. Also, we're going to take a look at the satellite imagery for Tropical Storm Tammy, which formed this afternoon. If you missed my video earlier this afternoon, I mentioned something in there that it looked like it was already a tropical storm. The National Hurricane Center jumped on board at 5 p.m. They issued the first advisory on the storm, and now we have Tropical Storm Tammy, which is located in the central tropical Atlantic, heading towards the Leeward and Windward Islands there at a 40 miles per hour storm. We'll talk about that in just a few in the next segment. That'll be our next, we'll be talking about Tropical Storm Tammy. Also, we're going to be taking a look at the Watch This Morning advisory map. There's not that many, but we'll take a look at it anyway. Also, we're going to take a look at the weather radar. We got a little bit of precipitation across the board in certain locations. And also, we're going to take a look at Tropical Storm Tammy once again by the satellite imagery. Just the clouds and stuff. So that way you get a chance to see it as well. Alright, if you're a new viewer and you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and consider subscribing. Smash that subscribe button today. And if you like these updates, go ahead and smash that subscribe button and you're in. You get them twice per day unless something comes up. Alright, also like these videos, share these videos, and well, let's go ahead and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see here we got some shower activity over portions of central and southeast Canada. Also back in the, well, southeast Canada. Eastern and southeastern Canada, that is, excuse me. Southern Canada looks good. Got some back in the southwestern portion of Canada as well. We got some shower activity extending all the way down to the portion of Michigan, also in the portion of Wisconsin, northeastern portions of Minnesota. We got some scattered showers through portion of Maine, through New Hampshire, New York, Pennsylvania region as well. We got some showers and storms extending from New Jersey through Delaware to eastern North Carolina and the coastal waters. Eastern Florida down to the Florida Keys and portion of northern Bahamas. Also, we got some shower activity down here in the portion of Gulf of Mexico, extending through Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, all the way up towards Ohio, portion of Pennsylvania, portion of western New York State, also toward Michigan and southern Wisconsin, also through eastern Illinois as well. Alright, dry high pressures in charge of areas weather from up here around New Brunswick, also in the portions of Nova Scotia through Maine, through New York State, Pennsylvania, also down into Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and much of Florida as well. Also in the northern and central Mexico, the Gulf of California, all the way to California, Washington, Oregon State, Montana, through the Dakotas, Minnesota, all the way back down through Arkansas and Louisiana as well. Alright, here is Hurricane Norma, located down in the Eastern Pacific. We'll continue to lift north and then eventually off to the northeast, heading toward northern Mexico. And eventually it may move inland over here in western Texas and central Texas as well. Maybe New Mexico might get a little bit of shower activity later on down the road. Alright, all this activity is for your Thursday. Alright, let's move on to your Friday forecast. As you can see here, we got showers and storms across eastern Canada, down to southeastern Canada as well, back in the portion of southern Canada region as well. You got a little bit back over in the portion of southwestern Canada also. The shower activity extending down in the portion of Wisconsin, down into Michigan, also in New York State, through the portion of New Hampshire, Vermont, Maine, and over towards Nova Scotia and New Brunswick area as well. We got showers and storms extending in the coastal waters of the Atlantic, all the way into northern Florida, also through Georgia, the Carolinas, all the way toward portion of Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, Pennsylvania, also toward Massachusetts and Connecticut and Rhode Island area as well. Also toward the Washington, D.C. area, Maryland, and Delaware regions as well. Alright, we got dry high pressures in charge of northern New Brunswick, northern Maine, also in the portion of southeast Canada, central Canada, and southwestern Canada, stretching all the way down into Washington State, Oregon, all the way down through California, Gulf of California, northern and central Mexico as well, also through Texas, all the way east to portions of Alabama, central and southern Florida, including the Florida Keys, central and southern Bahamas, also toward Cuba. Also dry high pressures in charge all the way up to Illinois, Indiana, portion of Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, through the Dakotas as well. All of this activity is for your Friday. Alright, let's move on to Tropical Storm Tammy, which formed this afternoon at 5 p.m. Here is the shower and thunderstorm activity with Tammy in the purples and white colors there. That's shops in the storm, and also so that means the storm is intensifying just a little bit with water temperatures in the low to mid 80s in that region. This thing could become a hurricane, and I would not be surprised that thing could become I'm not saying it will, but there's a possibility it could become a hurricane. But let's take a look at the forecast cone from the National Hurricane. Well, let's try it again. I'm going to click on it again. Week. We have tropical storm watches also in effect, portion of the Windward Island, northeastern area that is. And if you plot this system at home, we're located in latitude 13.0 north, longitude 51.7 west. Maximum sustained winds are near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts. Movement to the west at 23 miles per hour. Classified as a tropical storm with winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour. All right, let's take a look at the spaghetti over the forecast models here, taking it to the west, taking it through the Windward Island to the northeastern Caribbean Sea. Puerto Rico, look like you may be in, I've been talking about this in the past video. I would not be surprised that Puerto Rico and maybe the Eastern Dominican Republic may get in on some of this activity. So we'll keep an eye on that as well. Some of the models taking it out to the northeast. I said I think these models may shift a little bit further to the west. I see some of them has. I would not be surprised to see a few more of these models shift back to the west in later forecasts. All right, now let's take a look at the intensity got it. According to this here, it's about 35 knot winds equal to 40 miles per hour. See, that keeps a tropical storm. Some do go into a weak hurricane. That's why I said I would not be surprised it could briefly become a small in-grade hurricane. So that's why I'm still saying it possibly it could. But right now I'm just sticking with the National Hurricane Center, going with a tropical storm. But I would not be surprised this thing could become a hurricane as well. All right. That's your tropical update on Tropical Storm Tammy. We'll have a little bit more at the end of this broadcast. Now let's move on to the watches, warning, and advisory map for your location across the nation. Alright, you can see here we got some gale warnings out in the coastal waters there, about 20 to 60 nautical miles, or 100 to 250 nautical miles offshore, excuse me. Also, here is some coastal flood advisory for northeastern Florida, and there's them heat advisories for areas of central and southern California, and also over here portion of Oregon. Also, we had them small craft advisory, gale warning in effect from Oregon, Washington State, all the way down to Southern California. We still got that high surf warning in effect for you guys here in Hawaii, and also the small craft advisory, flooded watches in effect for the Hawaiian Chain Island. Still got those special weather statement inland of Alaska, also around the coastal area. Got them small craft advisory, gale warnings, storm warnings in effect around the areas, and also them freezing rain, freezing spray advisory along coastal areas there as well for Alaska. And we still got a hurricane warning for Hurricane Norma, which is located in the eastern Pacific. All right, we're gonna be moving into Mexico in the next few days. All right, here's the radar view. As you can see, we got some shower activity just west of Vancouver, Canada. And also this here activity may move into portion of northwestern Washington State. Scattered activity over southern Canada, also in the northeastern Montana. Also, we got some showers over here with a cold front and a area of low pressure sitting over here around Minneapolis, Minnesota. We've got some up here in northern Minnesota. Got some shower activity standing, that's the center of low pressure around Minneapolis. But the shower activity is over here in portion of Nebraska, Iowa, also in the central Minnesota, through northern Wisconsin, through Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all the way back down into Missouri, also back into northern Oklahoma as well. Scattered activity just northwest of Indianapolis, Indiana. And also we have some scattered activity over Michigan and also up around Lake Superior, also Lake Herring as well. Alright, if we continue to move eastbound, we got a little scattered activity up in Maine, also in the portion of New Hampshire, down toward the Boston, Providence, and portion of Rhode Island area as well. As we continue to go southbound, all clear. Do not see any precipitation across the southeast, the Bahamas, Cuba, or a portion of northern Mexico as well. Alright, here's a look at the tropical weather page. This is just a cloud top. That's all I'm going to show on this graphic. This is the 6:40 p.m. advisory. Here is Tammy. Clouds pretty well. Here's the center rotation in the middle of the clouds. I showed you that earlier. Here's a cold front standing from up here near St. John's Island all the way back down into the Caribbean Sea. The Hurricane Center need to monitor this system here. I would not be surprised. This here could try to spin up into something, but if it's on a cold front, I doubt it. And a few little tropical waves need to be monitored as well coming off the African coast. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the weather. Hope everybody continue to stay safe and well. Hope everybody enjoyed this video as well. We'll catch you back in the next video. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Tuesday evening. Also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, consider subscribe if you have not. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful Wednesday evening, folks. Take care.